Welcome to Portimão for what promises to be a thrilling final round for the 2017 European Le Mans Series. All teams, drivers, GTE, LMP3 and LMP2 titles will be decided here in a single 4-hour race on this incredible rollercoaster ride of a circuit.
The GTE season boils down to the final encounter with 5 cars still mathematically able to win the team's title. TF Sports number 90 Aston Martin has doggedly held off all challengers. The 66 JMW Motorsport Ferrari though is now just 1 point adrift. And the third realistic challenger is the 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari. It's only 11 points off the series lead.
Since Silverstone, it's how it is. We got the best out of it, and that's why we're still leading, but only by 1 point. So it's definitely going to be a tight one in the end. Portimão turned out to be the most important race of the season. So yeah, it's good. We're all in on the title. We definitely want to win it. I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's a great place to have the final with great weather and a gorgeous track.
The JMW Motorsport team want revenge. They lost last year's title despite carrying a 20-point lead into what was a horrendous season finale for them in Estoril. They won in GTE AM at Le Mans this year, and now they want the ELMS titles.
Last year we had massive pressure and a big championship lead, and it was ours to lose. And this year we're in the hunt, but I'm not going to talk about the championship. Just going to talk about us driving the best we can drive, and what will come will come. The Ferraris, I think, have been really strong at the latter part of the season, and we've been driving well as well. But I don't think any of that matters. I think it's down to one race, and whoever drives the best and has the best luck will get the result.
Third in points is another 488, the 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari, and with 2 wins from the last 3 races, they're a very dangerous outsider.
For us, I think we have the easiest job of the 3 cars that are fighting for the championship. We're a little bit behind because we were a little unlucky at Spa, so our approach is just absolutely maximum attack. We don't need to think about the others, because for us to have any chance, we need to win the race. We're hoping for a really hectic race. I'd like a bit of rain, I'd like hectic, I'd like cars going off, I'd like safety cars. The more disruptive the race, from my side, the better.
Matt Griffin's maximum attack approach started in qualifying as he clinched pole position, the single point reducing the gap to the leaders to just 10. Britain's Will Stevens claimed second for JMW, but Nicky Team no better than 5th, a second and a half off pole with the TF Sports number 90 Aston Martin. The LMP3 season has turned out to be a transatlantic duel between the number 2 United Autosport Americans, Sean Rahal and John Falb, who are 19 points ahead of the number 18 Ivan Muller French squad with Alex Cugnot, Antoine Young and Romano Ricci. The Americans are leading, but we can still do it. We're determined to fight, we won't give up. The whole team's supporting us. To be honest, I really think we've got a chance to win the championship.
It's nice, you know, we're proud to be American and be able to come over here and have some success, so it's amazing, you know, when people get to ask you, what you get to do on the weekends and the fact that I get to come over here and drive race cars and win races. I mean, being on the podium at Spa, getting to race in Portugal. We go to so many amazing venues that it's just super special to race at all these tracks.
On our side, we're consistent and our crew is very together. On their side, they've got impressive pace. They're both strong. Falp doesn't make mistakes, and that's an important strength for a bronze gentleman driver. And Rahal's always there when he needs to drive fast to put them in front. Overall, they're a good crew.
I mean, they're consistent. They're always there. They're never really the quickest car, but they always are there by the end of the race, and they always end up with a really good race strategy.
I think they've got massive pressure and we don't. They're the leaders, they've got everything to lose. Anyway, to be honest, I'm not focused on what they're doing, I'm focusing more on my team and on my job.
We can throw it away, but at the end of the day, we're looking at this as another chance to go win a race as well. So we're kind of just focused on that and trying to leave the championship to the side as much as possible and just focus on doing our jobs.
It's pretty exciting to come in, with a lead and coming into the last race of the season. This track is pretty awesome. Feels good. I think, we're just going to continue to run our plan and see where things fall out.
We probably need a little bit of help from up above, but in the end we just want to finish on a high. We're going to try and do everything we can to win the title.
We're in Europe, so I expect to be fighting a French team or another European team, and we're ready for it.
Qualifying was a nightmare for the Americans. Their runs ruined by red flags, and they will start from the back of the grid. Not what they wanted. Their French rivals will be fourth as they line up. On pole, the number 9 AT racing machine as they aim to finish third in the title race. The race for the LMP2 teams and drivers titles is a two-way affair between the number 22 G-Drive Racing Orica and the number 32 United Autosports Ligier. G-Drive has a solid 18-point advantage, so a fifth place would be enough to secure both titles. There's no alternative for United Autosports. They must go for a win.
First of all, very excited. We arrived to Portugal in a position to win the championship. We began this season with a new challenge, with a new team, Dragon Speed G-Drive Racing, with new teammates. We managed to have a successful season. Hopefully, we can close the deal.
We'll see how it goes, but definitely we go for the maximum points and try to win. We have very little to lose. G-Drive have everything to lose. They have a good gap, but the pressure is on them to keep it.
Not down to us to take risks. We know what we've got to do. Pressure's not on us. We're just going to treat the race as we have done from the start of the season.
It's really cool to come into this race and just feel that there's an opportunity to do that after all the hard work this year. We'll see. Maybe if we get some luck. We've had good and bad luck this year, but this weekend we'll need a little bit of luck in our favor.
It's also track dependent. There's some tracks that are suit better one car or the other. We will see in Portimão. It's a question mark because we've never raced here, so we'll see how it goes for us.
For Ricard and Spa, we struggle a little bit. So here I think that we will be stronger and closer to the Red Bull Ring or Silverstone pace.
We can be confident to get a good result, but also just think about our own race, because at the end of the day, that's what we need to do. Not think so much about the others, just think about the final result of this individual race, and then hope from there. Of course, I believe in it. I think we can do it.
We'll just try and get to the checkered flag and then do the maths. It all went to plan for G-Drive in qualifying, lining up third on the grid. Their United Autosports rivals only in fifth. After a hectic and unlucky season, the number 23 Panis Barthez competition team took its first pole of the year with Nathaniel Berton, a real reward for the French team.
Well, here, right at the back of the grid, is where you'll find our LMP3 Championship leader, and I'm joined by team manager Richard Dean. Richard, it was a really unlucky qualifying for you guys. You are leading the championship. Is there a special strategy at play here?
Well, we can't go backwards from here, so forwards is the strategy. We certainly didn't expect this. We, as you say, we're in contention to take the championship here for the second year, but we needed to ensure we finish in the top 6 to do that. So starting here and looking at that lot ahead of us, there's a challenge ahead, but we have to do the best with it, don't we?
Absolutely. You've got a strong driver lineup there, and also let's not forget you've got the 32 car in contention for the LMP2 Championship. It's a busy weekend for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a busy year and we've been in contention. Amazing that we're still here fighting at the last round for both titles. So it's been good so far. Let's hope we don't mess it up at this last round. You know, a lot of work to do, but yeah, it's going to be exciting.
In the midst of the GTE pack, it's the number 90 TF sports car, which are current championship leaders in GTE. Now, Ewan, you guys look like you're struggling a little bit for pace here. You've got JMW and the Spirit of Race Ferrari starting ahead. What can you do to keep that lead in the championship and maybe win it?
That's a very good question. Something an answer I don't really have at the moment, but we're going to try our absolute best. We're definitely not fast here. The Ferraris are much quicker, so we're just hoping that, you know, a bit of strategy might play in, or, you know, we're starting with Sally as our bronze driver, so, and everyone else starting with their silver, so we're going against the grain a little bit to maybe hope for something that might play into our hands, or it might go the other way. Nevertheless, we need to do something, so we're going to try.
Starting from the second row of the grid, it's the number 22 G-Drive car, our current championship leaders, and I'm joined by Elton Jr., team boss. Championship leaders, it's just time to get the job done, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, for us, the order of the day is more of the same, really. Just keep doing what we've been doing. The boys are relaxed, the crew's relaxed, and we just feel like it's any other race. We want to try to win it just like every other day and then see how things play out. It's been a real pleasure being part of the series again this season. The way things have gone, obviously, for us is really good, but racing some very competitive teams, some very good lineups gives you a little bit more pleasure. So it's been really enjoyable all the way.
Starting from pole position, it's the number 23 car, and I'm joined by Nat Burton. Nat, first pole for the car. It's not been the luckiest season for you guys, but is the goal this weekend a podium? I mean, that'd be a fantastic result, wouldn't it?
Yeah, obviously we're gonna try to keep this position. We know it's not easy. It's a long race, but we start on with the best position, so we will try to keep it. No mistake, and I think we're gonna have a good pace. So, finger crossed.
Good luck.
Thank you.
3 minutes more on the grid. 3 minutes more.
Well, the teams and drivers are ready to get this, the season finale for the 2017 ELMS, underway. It's going to be a fantastic race, and by the end of these 4 hours, we will have 3 new champions. Let's go racing.
Fabian Barthez heads the field. Mikkel Jensen on pole in LMP3. Aaron Scott in GTE. Long run up to the lights here at the circuit of the Algarve. A few lockups behind as drivers get on the gas and then have to back up. This could be a disaster. Away we go. The race is underway.
Start to the 4 hours of Portimão.
And they are about 6 or 7 wide into the first corner. What an astonishing start. The G-Drive car makes it through safely. And everybody, it seems, has navigated turns 1 and 2. And that is a blessed relief. And the poleman, Fabian Barthez, bolting for the horizon. Hugo de Saddelaire going with him. He's second from fifth on the grid for United Autosports. And Henrik Hedman, who started second, the 21 Dragon Speed car there, bumped out from sixth down to seventh place now. We have lost one of our LMP3 runners, Theo Bean, for Panis Barthez. There he is, beached on the curbs. Take a look again at the start, and as Fabien Barthez goes wide into the first corner, down the inside, puff of smoke as a lock-up from Hugo de Saddelaire from fifth inside the G-Drive car. And he moves up into second place, exiting corner two. Great start for the championship hopefuls. De Saddelaire with the bit between his teeth, slipstreaming Fabien Barthez, pulls out on the long front straight here. He's commanding the running down to the first corner. Barthez with the grippy outside line, but De Saddelaire through into the lead. Leo Roussel in third place, closing in fast for G-Drive as well. As ever, a busy opening to the race. Trouble there for Henrik Hedman. He's in the gravel. Let's take a look. Oh, contact with Paul-Luc Chatin, who just escaped that one. Henrik Hedman back on terra firma, shaking gravel out of the car as he rejoins. A long way back, though. Good work by the marshals to rescue him so quickly. Battle on again for second place down the front straight, and Leo Roussel in the G-Drive car. The orange and black slices by Fabien Barthez. Barthez now down to third place in just a couple of laps from pole position. And look at the bunch behind, all arms and elbows. At the moment, the number 40 Graf car through to fourth. The Villers-Boucourse car started very well, but Igor Orodchev in that red, white and blue machine, he's got the inside line. He's still there. He's still there. Eases Senna Giotto out, and he moves up to fifth. Joel Kamatias in the Proton Porsche ahead of GTE pole sitter Aaron Scott in the 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari. These guys with an outside shot at the title, but they must win the race. First, though, he's going to have to get by Joel Kamatias in that Porsche. Third place battle coming down the straight, and here is Gustavo Jacquemin in the 40 Graf car, pulls out and disposes of Fabien Barthez. And changes behind as well, the Villers-Boucourse car being pushed back down once more. Trouble in GTE, watch the Oregon car of Antonio Forne coming from the back of the grid. Centre punches Joel Kamatias into a spin. Trying to get by the GTE cars, really misjudged it badly.
Between car 10 and 77 under investigation.
55 Ferrari now has the lead, but Matt Griffin not impressed. In fact, it's a Ferrari 1, 2, 3. Here's the battle for second. Giorgio Roda in the red 51 car. Jody Fannin for JMW Motorsport giving chase.
Spin of car 12. I've got a spin of car 12.
That's Euro International's Ricky Capo. And that's a battle with the number 2 United Autosports car of Sean Rahal coming from the back of the field. Rahal needs to avoid trouble. Aaron Scott in the 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari could win the title here, need to win the race. And at the moment, Aaron is doing everything he can do to make sure that happens by leading in the GTE class. You can see the battle for second not too far behind. Giorgio Roda 7.7 seconds back, but under real pressure from Jody Fannin. Going by a slower LMP car. And Jody Fannin closing in on Giorgio Roda, but unable to make his way by for JMW Motorsport. They don't need to win, but they don't want to fall out of contention either. Here's the battle for third place. The recovering Porsche. The Swiss Joel Kamatias using all the road and a fraction more to get alongside and sweeps by for third place. Last year's finale in Estoril was a catalogue of woe for JMW, so Jody Fannin doing what he needs to do now, avoiding trouble at all costs. Battle for the lead, the championship rivals, lapping the number 4 LMP3 car. Out wide goes Hugo de Saddelaire. Leo Roussel with a good drive off the inside of the hairpin. He's alongside, could take the lead of the race here. United Autosports 32 car must win, but G-Drive looks intent. He's still there, Leo Roussel. This is great door handle to door handle racing between the top 2 in the LMP2 championship. The Graf Racing car closing in fast from behind. And what a race this is turning into already. Jolka Matias absolutely flying in the Porsche, now up to second place ahead of Giorgio Roda, and this is where it happened, down into the hairpin, muscled his way alongside, covered off the corner, through he went, back up to second. Aaron Scott leading in the GTE class, nearly 15 seconds ahead of Jolka Matias, but the pace of recovery of Matias has got to be a worry for the 55 Ferrari. Trouble, that's Giorgio Roda.
I've got a car in the gravel at T15, drivers left.
Roda got the line all wrong there, didn't he? And how did Jody Fannin avoid that spinning Ferrari? That could have gone very badly wrong for JMW.
3, 2, 1, full course yellow, 80 kilometers an hour.
Into the pits, Aaron Scott hands over the 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari to Duncan Cameron. Jody Fannin is in as well. He'll hand over to Rob Smith. So the gentleman drivers getting in for their long stints now with only 40 minutes of the race run. 55 out first. JMW will be close behind them. Surrendering track position, but a full course yellow pit stop won't cost them as much. Jolka Matias in the lead in GTE now, staying out a little longer. I wonder if they're going to stop now and do their driver change as well. Hugo de Sadelaire stays in the 32. Memo Rojas in the G-Drive car as Leo Russell hands it over. So Leo Russell doing the first stint for G-Drive. Lots of pressure on him. But watching the attitude of the car on track, you would never have guessed. He went out and raced, and that's the best way to get rid of those championship nerves.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green, we're back to green. Track is back to green.
No pit stop for SMP Racing. The number 27 car, Igor Orodchev, is now our race leader. So they, as we've seen before this season, sticking with their own strategy. Into the pit lane with a right front puncture comes Giorgio Roda. Well, their mathematical hopes of the title are now in tatters, I'm afraid. Andrew Howard in the 99 Aston Martin. Rob Smith right behind in the JMW Motorsport Ferrari. Oh, Rob Smith going to try and use that LMP2 car maybe to come through. Oh, and trouble, contact. Andrew Howard hit from behind. He is knocked off. Well, it looked like it was the 39 Graf car. Looks as though he's going. And yes, contact there, and a bit flies off the Aston. Luckily, he avoids going off into the gravel, loses just one place in GTE. Take a look here. Well, the Graf car clipped the bollard on the inside, trying to miss him, but still hit the Aston. Leader is in, Igor Orodchev. And it is going to be fuel and tyres, no driver change. Gustavo Yacaman versus Hugo de Sadelaire. This is now the lead battle. De Sadelaire far too deep into turn one. Those bumps catching him out under braking. And Yacaman goes through in the 40 car. Don't forget, United Autosports need to win the race to win the title. G-Drive don't. They just need a top four finish, which is where they are now. And Charlie's down with the team.
Memo is now running in fourth. Is the plan to just stay out of trouble or to push forward?
No, I didn't take no risk. It's the plan for the race. We lead from 18 points, and now it's United to take the risk. Me and my teammate, no, I didn't took the risk, and the plan for the race is no attack, safe on the traffic, and safe with the other P2.
This is Mimo Rojas in the G-Drive car in traffic. It's not just P2s, it's P3s and the GTE cars they've got to navigate as well. Tight and twisty track does cause a little bit of bunching up going by the number 11 LMP3 car. That's Euro International. Drive-through penalty for the 39 Graf car. That's Mexico's Ricardo Sanchez, the man who also clipped Andrew Howard into a spin. Looks like he's been struggling to keep the car on the grey stuff on some of the high-speed sweeps around this Portimão circuit. It's not an easy track to learn at first time here. Into the pits, Gustavo Jackermann in the number 40 Grav Racing entry. Comes in from second place to hand over to teammate James Allen. JMW currently second in GTE. Charlie is down with the team.
Josie, you guys are running second in the championship, second on the road at the moment. I bet you'd quite like the race to stop now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if it stops now, then, you know, the championship's ours, but there's so long to go, and round here traffic's a bit of a nightmare, and track limits as well. Loads of people are getting drive-throughs for track limits, so I think it's just about keeping our head. You never know, there's so long to go. The start was so eventful, and yeah, it's not over till it's over, but we'll just keep pushing and see where we end up.
G-Drive number 22 car in the pits, Mimo Rojas to hand over to Leo Roussel once more. Fuel and tyres. Standard full service stop. Leo Roussel really growing this year in the championship. Talented young driver, really starting to show his abilities with this 22 G-Drive car. Right now, with 2.5 hours to go, they are on target to win the championship for 2017. Race leader Igor Orodchev in the 27 car. Dragon Speed 21 machine a lap down after that problem for Henrik Hedman early on. Long run from Orodchev again, as they did when they won in Paul Ricard, playing their own game, ignoring the yellow flags, the safety cars and everybody else.
Be advised, we have a car on track side, usually on the white line between T4 and T5.
Leo Roussel battling with Anders Fjordbach. This is for 4th position. And there is the spinner on the outside of the corner. This is where it all went wrong for Alexandre Coigny. Looping it around under power on his own, attacking the M Racing YMR machine in front of him. Seesaw battle for the lead. Hugo de Sadelaire, United Autosports 32 back in front. James Allen, the number 40 Graf Racing machine is very close. And de Sadelaire almost ran into the back of that very slow LMP3 car. And here's a chance now for the Graf Racing entry. James Allen lunges to the inside immediately. Through he goes into the lead. Wow, de Sadelaire may have lost the lead, but he was lucky to avoid contact there with that slower car. Leader in, James Allen into the pits for Graf Racing. And full service here as well. Looks like he's staying in. Battle for second in GTE. It's the JMW Motorsport Ferrari ahead of the 55 Spirit of Race car. And just in front of them is Christian Ried in the 77 Proton Porsche. That is the GTE leader.
Black and white flag car 77 for track limits.
Teams are warned that the drivers are being spotted abusing track limits, and the drivers then can be told which corner it is. If they continue to ignore those recommendations to tidy up their act, then they will get a penalty. United Autosports number 32 car inside, Christian Ried and the Porsche offline. Here's a great chance for Will Stevens in the JMW Motorsport Ferrari to seize the lead. The Porsche is still offline. Through goes the Ferrari. Down into the hairpin, he's got the inside line, and watch Aaron Scott in the 55 car. He's stuck right up behind the JMW car, trying to get that inside line as well. The Porsche out wide, and the Ferraris both go through. So Christian Ried first down to third. Fighting back against Aaron Scott. Doesn't quite have the overlap he needs into the right-hander. He is in third. Midway through the 4 hours, United Autosports number 32 car leading the race, but G-Drive's 22 just needs a top 6 finish at the moment. They have one hand on the LMP2 Championship trophy. Better for United Autosports in the LMP3 category though. Polsitter's AT Racing still leading, but the number 2 car is in second place. That would be enough to win them the title. And currently JMW Motorsports Ferrari is on course for the GTE title halfway through the race. Aston Martin's struggling for pace here in Portimão. Nicky Team in the 90 car, championship leaders by a point, coming in here in 4th place. And that's Aaron Scott, so that's the 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari. GT contenders.
The yellow flags at D6, 55 is stopped on driver's left.
Aaron Scott back underway. He's clearly recycled the car and got it started again, but that is a major problem. Did he spin out of the hairpin and stall the engine? That would be most unlikely. Let's take a look. Out of the corner. No, just dies on him. And that is a major drama for the team. Could that be the end of their championship challenge?
Okay, if you still have no power, box this lap.
And that is exactly what Aaron Scott does. What will the team find? JMW leading the championship and the race now. Lots of smoke from the back of the 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari. And that can't be good news. They'll push it back into the garage to work on it and try and at least finish in the hope that everybody else strikes problems. But this has echoes of JMW's race in Estoril last year. It's all over.
What's happened to the car?
It's a technical problem, I think, a problem with the engine. We don't know exactly at the moment, but it's game over for us.
Igor Oranchev into the pits, monster lockup, trying to avoid a speeding penalty. He's under investigation for passing under full course yellows already. Battle for second in GTE, Jolka Matias in the 77 Proton Porsche. Nicky Team behind him, up to third for TF Sport. Spirit of Race Ferrari retired, 51 Spirit of Race Ferrari also out of action. So JMW Motorsport with one hand on the title, but Nicky Team and the TF Sport crew will not give up. Race leaders United Autosports 32 hit with a massive penalty. That's a huge problem.
15 laps, stop at the garage, 55 seconds, stop and go penalty for us.
And that is really going to change the complexion of this race. The script writers have got it in for everybody. Number 40 Graf Racing car back in front again. James Allen once more the race leader. Behind him in second place is the number 22 G-Drive car. 32 still serving its penalty. And that advantage very firmly now in Leo Roussel's court in that orange and black G-Drive car. Now moves past 32. United Autosports heading back out of the pit lane and into the fray with an hour and 20 minutes to try and sort this one out. They must avoid any more problems. Battle for second in LMP3. Here are championship contenders. M Racing YMR's 18 car ahead of John Falp in the number 2 United Autosports machine. Coming from the back of the grid, the American, don't forget. Romano Ricci right in front of him. And Falp with pressure from behind as well. Number 7 Duquesne Engineering car looking to try and come through. Oh, and Falp lunges to the inside, contact, he spins. Looks like no major damage, hopefully, on that long downhill run. But he's lost a bunch of positions. Well, he had a good look at Romano Ricci, but I'm not sure that Ricci even thought he was coming. There was contact, and around he went. Leader into the pits. Number 22 car, Leo Roussel is out. Ryo Hirakawa gets in. Looks like he will probably finish the race. Fuel and tyres, full service, full change at G-Drive. Everything looking good for them at the moment. Leo Roussel and the team looking very happy, and rightly so. GTE leaders in, final stop for JMW. Will Stevens handing over to Jody Fannin. Everything will be crossed there as well. Change of the lead, Jolka Matias in the Porsche sweeps through, but he still needs to stop. Hour to go. LMP2 lead battle. Will Owen in the 32 United Autosports car being hounded by Richard Bradley in the 40 Graf car yet again. Graf's number 40 car sweeps through into the lead. Takes advantage of the back marker traffic, but Bradley on a real charge. Will Owen is on his in-lap anyway, so maybe didn't fight it unnecessarily. He's going to hand over to Philippe Albuquerque. So the Portuguese will have the honour of doing the final stint to try and win the race and the title for United Autosports. And a massive crash.
Blocked by debris.
A massive crash on the pit entry road. It's Philippe Petit in the 39 Graf Racing car. And that's why those big tyre walls are there. Graf is okay, the car is not. The pit entry is blocked with 55 minutes to go, and there's the Beach Dean Aston. Darren Turner can't get in. They need to stop, they need fuel. The Graf team can't believe what they're watching.
Be advised, we have yellow flags on the last turn because of an accident at pit entry.
Race leader Richard Bradley catching the number 11 LMP3 car from Euro International. Oh, I think the Euro International driver thought he was coming up the inside. He's drifted round the outside. No damage done though. Second in LMP3 now is the number 3 United Autosports car. Christian England on a real charge, trying to turn this into a win for them. Teammate in the number 2 car should be the LMP3 champions, but with 33 minutes remaining, anything could yet happen. Ryo Hirakawa, 4th place for G-Drive. Team on the way to the title. Hirakawa won't share the driver's title though because he missed a couple of races.
You're looking good for the championship. How are you feeling?
Man, we're just waiting for the clock to keep going. We've had a decent race. We don't have the fastest car today, but we have a solid car, solid team, solid drivers, and we're just trying to stay out of trouble, get the points to win the championship, and hopefully we can do that in less than 30 minutes.
Final pit stop for Graf Racing number 40. Our Spa race winners looking to do it again here in the finale in Portimão. Richard Bradley stays in. GTE leader is the JMW Motorsport Ferrari. Jody Fannin on his way with his teammates to the title. But JMW, Jim McWhirter, the team boss, had such a torrid time of it in Estoril last year. They know to take nothing for granted. Proton's Porsche in second with Matteo Cairoli. Ewan Hankey up to third in the 90 Aston Martin for TF Sport. But it does seem as though the title is slipping away from them. Don't forget though, the other 2 Ferraris in GTE have already retired. If a similar fate was to befall JMW, then the TF Sport Aston would still clinch the GTE title. LMP3 firmly in the hold of United Autosports. John Falp leading in number 2. Christian England closing in the number 3 machine as he works his way through traffic. But will he attack? And if he does, will John Falp here in number 2 defend? The gap is coming down fast though. 80 Racing in third. Late pit stop for them.
At the beginning of this race, the odds were well stacked against a result like this, but it looks like it's happening. How are you feeling at this point?
I mean, it's been the longest 2 hours of my life at this point. I don't know what else much to say. Christian's a little bit faster. I think we've told John on the radio that when Christian gets near him, just go ahead and let him go, which he just did. Yep, so P2, and just take it home. You know, yesterday was a bit devastating, but to be able to do what we did today demonstrates, you know, that's our team is a championship-winning team. So, yeah, it's definitely great.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Nervous Sean Rahal. Joel Falp let Christian England through without any problems, and that was very wise indeed. GTE lead battle, Jody Fannin with Matteo Cairoli closing in from behind. There's the flashing headlights of the 77 Proton Porsche. JMW do not need to retire here with accident damage. If he comes calling, Jody Fannin is going to have to let him go. They will outscore the TF Sport Aston Martin, and that's what they need to do. If they finish second, they'll be champions by 2 points. And their rivals, the 90 TF Sport Aston, in third place, over 36 seconds adrift. Second is enough for JMW. There's Will Stevens watching in their pit. Take a look at this. Trouble for Christian England, the LMP3 leader. Speared on the inside of the hairpin by the high-class racing LMP2 car. Luckily, no damage done. LMP2 battle for second, really hotting up in these closing stages. SMP Racing's Matavos Isakian being reeled in hand over fist by Philippe Albuquerque. Taken half a second out of him in the last sector alone. Isakian locking up in traffic. And here comes the Portuguese in the United Autosports number 32 car. They're not going to win the race. They are not going to win the title unless something dramatic happens in the final 5 minutes. But Albuquerque trying to find a way through inside the Russian. There's almost contact, maybe even a little rub, but through he goes. And the Russian drifts off very wide indeed. M Racing YMR's number 18 car comes by. Isakian, though, back on track. The Algarve Pro car that's hassling him now is not on the same lap. Graf Racing leading from United Autosports. Fourth is enough for G-Drive. Rio Hirakawa just needs to get the car to the finish to give the team the title. And there is the team not celebrating yet.
Leader on the last lap.
Richard Bradley for Graf Racing. The last lap of the day, the last lap of the race, the last lap of the 2017 European Le Mans Series, and Graf Racing heading for win number 2. Elton Julian, the team boss at Dragon Speed, looking very happy with the G-Drive boys. They are on their way to the title. Richard Bradley sweeps by Ewan Hankey. TF Sport are going to lose out here in GTE. In fact, they've already been passed by the Beechstein number 99 Aston. The GTE title likely now to go to JMW. When the Graf Racing entry has to squeeze through on the inside, but through he gets nice and safely. Richard Bradley heading towards the checkered flag here in Portimão. The flag is out. The win goes to Graf Racing, car number 40. Delight for Graf and race winner Richard Bradley, but the LMP2 team's title goes to G-Drive and the Drivers' Championship as well. And G-Drive's Roman Rusinov there celebrating with the champions. The Proton Porsche wins in GTE. Second place is enough for JMW to clinch the title. United Autosports go 1-2 in LMP3. Car number 3 wins. Car number 2 in second place, securing the title. It's a second consecutive win for Richard Bradley and the 40 Graf Racing crew to round out the season. Behind them, United Autosports in second and SMP another podium in third place. United Autosports 1-2 in LMP3, Proton competition winners in GTE, but the title going to JMW with second spot. The GTE title was snatched from Rob Smith's grasp last year. This year, though, he claims his first European Le Mans Series crown.
Yeah, job done. It was a really stressful day, and there were ups, there were downs, there were crashes, and an amazing end, and pity that we lost the win to the Porsche. The Porsche was really good today, but the overall aim was to win the championship, and job done.
And a GTE AM win at Le Mans 4 months earlier. No wonder Rob Smith is looking happy. Delighted winners, Christian Reed, Joel Kamatias and Matteo Cairoli, with the championship contenders flanking them on the podium. A tough break for TF Sport. The JMW claim the championship title in the GTE class. Behind JMW and TF, Proton finish in third place, the 55 Spirited race car having no luck. And by 2 points, our drivers' champions are Jody Fannin and Rob Smith. United Autosports wins its second consecutive LMP3 title with the number 2 Ligier. This time the drivers are Americans John Falp and Sean Rahal.
I mean, I finally can hold back the tears. You know, we're just really blessed to be here and blessed to have this chance with United Autosports. I mean, it's been an insane year, and words can't describe how fortunate I feel. It's amazing. Just, you know, it seems it's going to be great for a few months, and then we're going to be back to work on next year. So we got to make sure that we come back. But yeah, wow. Biggest accomplishment in racing for me yet.
Mark Patterson, Wayne Boyd and Christian England win the race. John Falp and Sean Rahal the title. And the 18 M Racing YMR trio in third position in the race. Runners up in the LMP3 title race. United Autosports number 3 car finishing in third spot. And the drivers' champions, John Falp and Sean Rahal. G-Drive Racing claims a second consecutive LMP2 title, but with a different driver lineup and a different team running the car.
We had one objective, which was to win the championship. We had a good car today, probably not the fastest, but a very solid car, very solid lineup, very solid team. We did what we had to do, stay out of trouble, no mistakes, and we're champions, 2017 European Le Mans Series champions. Thanks everybody.
We did it. Incredible amount of work. We gave it everything, from the mechanics, the engineers, the management. Everybody was fantastic. It's such a great team. I'm so emotional. Want to say thanks so much to the Dragon Speed team. They gave me a great opportunity. Thanks to my friends and to my family. They've been very supportive in the highs and the lows. And thanks to my teammates. They've done an amazing job this year. It's a second straight win for the number 40 Graf crew. James Allen, Richard Bradley and Gustavo Iacaman. Second, just not enough for United Autosports. G-Drive claim the title, but Orica Ligier and Delara all have chassis in the top 4. The driver's crown goes to Leo Roussel and Memo Rojas. They have been helped by Rio Hirakawa and Nick Minassian in the races. Just a few hours after the checkered flag, the casino in Portimão hosted the European Le Mans Series awards ceremony, celebrating the family of endurance racing. A winter to plan and regroup, and then we head back to action at Le Castellet in early April 2018 for the official test before the opening round of the championship a few days later.
Green flag.
Go! It's on a wide line. Oh no, which way do you go? And the JMW Ferrari might have an opportunity, he's going to get boxed. Oh, nearly. Tight. He's going! He's got it! He's going and he's got it! He's got it!
Thank you, everybody. Green flag. Keep pushing that proposition.
Yellow flags.
Contact almost avoided. 3 abreast. Oh, he's done! He couldn't turn in.
Thank you, guys. Great job on the team. Go.
To the 4 hours of Red Bull Ring.
Oh, and very nearly collected.
Keep pushing. Push. Doing a good job. He'll go, Lord. That's it, baby. Deep breath. We're on the grass. What the fuck are you doing? Good job. Come on, boys. Great job.
You started the 4 hours at the Castellet.
Go. Keep cool.
Side-by-side action in the GTEs.
Brilliant move from the young Englishman there.
That was very nearly contact.
Yellow flag.
It's going to be a first ever win for Delara and for SMP Racing in LMP2 in the European Le Mans Series.
Green. We have started the 4 hours of Spa.
Total damage to my rear.
Oh, and some collision, in fact. Big spin and a big incident.
We are under full course yellow.
Well done, you heroes!
Start to the 4 hours of Portimão.
Splendid side-by-side action.
Yes, well done! Well done, boys. Well done! Good car, good team. Well done, boys.